right. Hello, Stella, and today we're going to have an Ielts speaking practice with Dr. Yosapa. And today's topic will be about volunteer work. And Dr. Yosapa is going to ask us some questions about this topic, and let's see how we could answer those questions.
Okay, excellent. Welcome everyone. I am Dr. Yosapa, and let's just get right into it. So our topic again is volunteer work. Question number 1. Have you ever worked before? Have you ever worked before?
This is question number 5.
Oh, question 5. I'm sorry guys. Wrong question. Have you ever taken any volunteer work?
Why? Let's see, based on my experience. Once I was on a trip to travel to the countryside to help poor children in an orphanage. And at that time, our team there were 5 members in our team.
Zoom.
Ủa, em cầm lên.
Can you zoom? It's
Yeah.
too small.
Okay.
Yeah. She has very good eyes. Mine are not good at all.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it.
Okay.
Okay, have you done any volunteer work?
Em xong rồi.
That's okay, let's start with Stella
No.
first.
Mình chưa xong mà, em nói đầu tiếp đi.
Me? So, based on my experience, I had once traveled to the countryside to help the poor children in an orphanage. And at that time, my team, there were 5 members in my team. And like we traveled to Vĩnh province and we went to an orphanage to like help those children to build a new house and also to make food for them. Yeah. So we spent 3 days living there to like build only a small house to help them to store their stuff, and also we spent some money to cook for them. Like we would do the markets by ourselves, and we try to get the food and cook it for them before they go to school and also after they come home. Yeah.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt you. You said we. Who's we?
So that was our team. We're a group of friends in my university, and we decided to do something in our youth. Yeah, we want to do something special. So we try to make a team and travel together and help people out.
So David, was it like a fraternity, a frat, an organized group, or just you're just friends and you wanted to do good?
Yeah, we're just friends and we want to do something good for
Really,
the
that's
society.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But the problem is that we couldn't have so much time to do our work, and also not enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said 3 days. How many nights?
2 nights.
2 nights and
Yeah,
3
we'll
days.
leave
You were
in the
there.
3rd day.
Really?
Yeah.
How much? If you don't want to answer this question, you
That's
don't
okay,
have to.
that's okay.
I'm just curious. How much money did you guys spend to buy food?
Like around 5 millions. It's included in the building expense.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the total expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 5 members, so each of us will take 1 million and
Really?
share it together.
Oh, you guys are really. That's what I admire so much about Vietnamese people. You guys really stick together and support each other. Like, I don't know what it looks like as Vietnamese people, but me
Yeah.
as an outsider, as a foreigner,
Yeah.
you guys really stick together.
So
And really help each other.
let me tell you stories
Yeah.
about this. Is about a lady in the office.
Yeah.
So she's a student, and I kind of inspired by what she has done. Like in her neighborhood, there was some kind of school for the poor children, and
Yeah.
however, that school couldn't afford to rent the teachers
Yeah.
to teach to teach English,
Yeah.
because English always costs more money than other subjects. so they couldn't afford it, and she decided to go on a volunteer work, and like she taught them for free.
Really?
Yeah, for free.
Wow.
And during her work, she could saw that a lot of children, like they are living in adversity, and some of them couldn't afford to have a proper meal every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And even they have family like issues, like their parents got divorced, or like any accidents, or
Wow.
I mean everything. They've been through everything, and
Yeah.
like thanks to those experience, somehow like those children are tougher than the ordinary children
Oh,
that
yeah,
we're
definitely.
working with.
Definitely.
Yeah,
And speaking about toughness,
yeah,
you said you were there 3 days and 2 nights.
yeah.
Was there anything scary that happened during the night?
The ghost. I mean,
The ghost came.
so in Vietnam, we have a rumor that in the old buildings,
Yeah.
especially those have been built like for a very long time,
Yeah.
there'll be definitely some kind of old spirits, and some of them are nice. We believe that some of them are nice, but some are not that nice.
Some were not that nice.
Yeah, and whenever we go to those buildings, and
Yeah.
we need to make sure that our activities are what are doing daily
Yeah.
does not like insult or make them feel insulted.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And I mean, we didn't encounter any scary situations, but sometimes chilling in my bones.
Okay. Okay. So thank you, David. I like your answer very much. Okay. Are you ready, Stella?
Yes, I'm ready.
What's your answer? Have you done any volunteer work?
Yes, of course. I have a big passion with the volunteer work. I have been involved in the volunteer activities
Yes.
focused on the children and the poor in the remote area. Yes, in the last summer, I participated in the volunteer program
Yes.
that aimed to provide the basic necessity and bring a meaningful in the Mid-Autumn Festival for them. And it's in me and my friends in my university, we organizes the collecting the old book and the clothes and distributed the school supplies and
Yes.
candy for the children, and we also organize the many mini games for the children. Yes, and we also collaborated with the local organization
Yes.
to provide the money for the families
Yes.
in need. Yes, and I realized that after every the volunteer journeys, I cherish life more and more, and I want to contribute continuously for
Yes.
the communities. Yes.
Wow, that was excellent. That was 1,000 times better than before. Would you agree?
Great.
Congratulations.
She got improved.
Thank you.
Yes, that was a great improvement. So I think you prepared, is that correct?
Yes.
This time you had a chance to prepare. That's amazing. I have a question. You mentioned the festival.
Yes.
What's the name of the festival again?
The festival is maybe the Love Autumn.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
The Love Autumn. This is the Mid Autumn Festival.
You mean the
Is it-
festival?
is it called
Yes, it is
Mid-Autumn?
the festival of the Vietnam.
Yeah, can you tell us more about the festival and answer the question for foreigners? Let's say tourists or foreign teachers who will encounter the topic in the classroom. We don't know what it's. We don't know.
Okay.
So can you tell us more about what that festival
Yes.
is?
The Mid-Autumn Festival is the festival of the Vietnam, and it's usually for the children. Yes,
Yeah.
and they usually have the candy and
Mooncake.
a mooncake. Yes,
Yes.
and they just go around the village, something like
Yes.
that, and they can sing a song or everything. It's make they feel so happy. Yes, I just want to say about the festival for the children.
Okay,
Yes.
good. And you said the moon cake. Why moon cake? Why not sun cake or star cake? Why the moon?
Because it's at the night and when you have the candle,
Yes.
yes, and you burn the candle, it's like so beautiful.
Is the festival relating to the moon somehow?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
What's the relation? What can you talk about the moon
The moon is
for the
is
festival?
the full of the moon.
It's a full moon.
Festival.
Yes.
So full moon in autumn,
In autumn. Yeah.
and so you eat cakes
Yeah.
for the full moon. Is that for the harvest or something like? Or
One is for the harvesting, and the second will be to, like, they want to congratulate on the progress they have made throughout the year.
when you say they, who are they?
Like the people, the Vietnamese people. And this festival came from the Chinese, and you know that we used to be colonized by the Chinese, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and somehow our customs, some of them we adopted into our country. Yeah, we changed some like a bit, but it looks kind of similar.
Yeah. You know why it's interesting to me?
Yeah.
Because springtime, for nature, springtime, everything comes back to life, like in the winter. Where I'm from, everything's frozen and dead in the winter. Springtime, everything is thawing out, the plants grow, and then your garden or your farm is growing,
Yeah.
right? And then July, for us, July is the hottest time of the year. And then July, August, now the harvest is ready.
Yeah. Like,
So that's the progress of the year.
in a couple of weeks, trust me, you will see a bunch of like store and they will sell the moon cakes down
Really?
in the streets, and like they also sell the lanterns for the kids
Yeah.
to hold, and they will have candles inside those lanterns.
Yeah.
And when that festival comes, like they'll bring it and walks around with it.
So for in my culture, we say that the harvest is the climactic part of the year. So the whole year is for the harvest.
Yeah.
But that's what you just said, right? Because you acknowledge your progress. It's the same thing, but said differently, right?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm learning something. Okay, so excellent. Stella, are you involved in any other charitable organizations?
Organization.
Charitable organizations, are you involved in any others or only that one?
Charitable is
Charity.
Charities.
not really, because maybe yes, because in the several volunteer programs, we usually have the activity to collect the old book or the old clothes.
Yes.
Yes, and I usually prepare the old clothes, my old clothes, and give them for the volunteer program.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes.
What kind of books do you give?
Maybe it's the book in the high school.
Oh, high school books?
Yes.
Okay. And what's a disadvantaged child in Vietnam? What's the meaning, or what's the definition of a disadvantaged child in Vietnam?
Yes. I use the disadvantages children. It's mean like they live in the family is don't enough the money
Yes.
to for the life,
Yes.
and they face the many different
Mhm.
with the life.
So what necessities? What are the basic necessities that you're
Yes.
talking about?
Necessity
Yes.
is mean like about the food,
What kind of food?
car food, rice,
Rice. Okay.
Rice.
Yes.
vegetable,
Yes.
or the meat.
Yes.
Okay, it's all about the food. Is have you maintained the life?
What about water?
Water. Oh, okay. Water. I think it's related to about the clean water.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So do you, with your initiative, did you guys provide water or they have access to clean water?
Access.
Okay, have access is a fancy way of saying, do they have clean water? Can they go to the kitchen sink and get
No.
clean water?
Like in fact, water in Vietnam is quite cheap.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend too much money on it. But the problem is, in some areas of our country,
Yes.
the infrastructure is not
Yes.
good at all, and that could pollute, like the pipe.
Yes.
If they don't maintain them properly, after a long time, those pipes get broken,
Okay.
and that could pollute the water.
Okay,
So
excellent. Yeah.
what we need to do is to spend the money on fixing those pipes and
Yes.
improve the quality of the water.
Okay, excellent. So if the quality of the water is poor, meaning you cannot drink it,
Yeah.
so we say they don't have access to clean water. If it's clean enough to drink and you won't get sick, we say they have access to clean water. So it could be from your kitchen sink or it can be groundwater. If it's clean and you can drink it, they have access. It's a very common expression.
You can really drink from the water sink.
In my country,
Yeah.
yeah, you can drink out of the sink.
In our country, if you want to drink the water, first you need to boil them. Boil the water
Yeah.
first. And there are other ways that you can buy the water.
Yeah.
There are two ways.
Wow. And before well, you guys are so young. I don't even know if you were born. But before have you guys heard of the Iraqi War, Desert Storm in the 1990s?
I wasn't born.
You weren't born. Yeah, so you weren't. So before the Iraqi War in the maybe 92, 93,
Yeah.
it was rare to see bottled water. Rare. Yes, but after the war, what they did, they would show the war on TV, like CNN, C-SPAN, and then they'd have trucks full of bottled water. And then the people would see that on TV, they say, oh, that's really cool. To see all the bottled water. They thought it was really cool, and then they started selling bottled water in the grocery stores. And now, water is 50 cents a dollar for water. Whereas before, you turn on your water and maybe you pay $15 a month for clean water. And the water in your house is cleaner than bottled water. It's crazy. But anyway, let's continue. So David, why do you do volunteer work?
So the initial purpose of my work is to do something good for the society that I'm living in. So this is a common trend in the young generation, my generation, is that we want to contribute to the society, and whatever we do, we will look up to maybe we want to get successful, but we also want to have contribution, and the motivation that makes me do it was to help people out, because I could see that I could live in a very wealthy or stable family, but other children, they don't have that chance, and I want to provide those children that chance, and I want to give them an opportunity to live a better life. Maybe I don't have the money, but I have the power, I have my strength.
Yes.
I could do the paper, the labor work.
Yes.
I could do that, and I want to spend my strength, my energy to do something good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions for you. How, in your opinion,
Yeah.
how does doing volunteer work improve your character or improve someone's character?
Yeah. So we all know
Name,
that.
name three things.
Three
I make
things.
it
Right.
difficult for you. Name three things and discuss.
Right. So the first thing will be you will have the opportunity to work with the good people.
Yes.
Of course, like if you work in a volunteer organization, of course, all of the members of that organization will be all good people because it's good. You know? So if you work in that organization, you will have the chance to learn from those people, and by doing that, you can improve your learn good characteristic. Yeah, and also the pure motivation of charity is to give away. Yeah, and if you do that.
This is a difficult question, right?
Could you repeat the question?
Name three. I forgot that. Let me. Volunteer work improves your character in what ways?
Yeah.
Name three. Name three ways volunteer work improves your character. So one, you said it teaches you the value of giving.
Yeah. Oh,
Two, you okay?
got the idea. So if you do the volunteer work, you need to work with the the people who are living in poverty, right?
Yes.
And if you look at those people, you can see that you are much luckier than those people.
Yeah.
And by looking at yourself, you can see that you need to value everything surrounding you. Yeah.
Yes.
And that makes your life become more should I say
Fulfilling?
yeah, like that. So you will know how that you should treasure what you're having
Good
than
word.
looking for the new,
Yeah, good word.
expecting something higher.
So in the West, we call that gratitude.
Gratitude.
So when you hear people say gratitude, that's what they're referring to.
Feeling grateful.
Yeah.
Feeling
Yeah.
grateful for what you're having.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yeah. And then the other common word you'll hear is empathy. When you look at them and you feel
Empathy.
yes. Yeah. Those are actually big. You could Google gratitude or YouTube search gratitude and empathy.
Yeah.
You'll get a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
So very good answer. Okay, Stella, what's your answer?
Yes. Yes. I think I choose to the volunteer for the children and the poor in the remote area, maybe for two reasons. First of all, I think I want to contribute to the communities and disadvantaged circumstance. Yes, because children and familiar living in the remote area usually face this significant differences. Yes, in assessing basic necessity and the opportunity for the education and the growth. So by volunteering my time and effort for these individuals, I want to contribute some efforts to create an equitable and supportive environment for them. And secondly, I think it's come from to solving my problem, because whenever I feel so stressful with the life, the work, and the relationship, I usually have the tendency to participating in the volunteer program, because when I witness the smile on the children's face, I feel like the life has values, and it's like at this moment you temporarily forget that I'm an adult, and I just enjoy at this moment and play with the children. Yeah, so finally, I think my motivation for the volunteering comes from a desire to make a difference for the life. Okay, not matter how small. I think each person needs to be a part of positive change for the society.
That was a great answer. I can't think of any questions.
Totally better than mine.
I can't think of any questions. Wait.
I mean, there are some areas in Vietnam that if you go there, you will see that sometimes money can be worthless. Yeah, because just imagine there are some ethnic communities
Yeah.
in the northern side of Vietnam, and like they are living in mountains. Mountains, yeah, and in those areas there will be nothing money can do.
Wow.
Like except the only thing you could do to help those people to provide them a house or foods or some kind of for them to make foods. Yeah, money would be worthless. Yeah.
Wow. I have a question for you, Stella. Imagine 20 years from now, you meet some of the children that you helped with your volunteer work.
Yes.
What's the ideal, or what would make you feel very happy for them to tell you about their experience or the impact of your volunteer work that it had on their lives?
Oh, the children impacted my life.
No, if you saw those children 20 years from now,
Yes.
and they said, "Oh, Miss Stella, I remember you. You came and you did volunteer work."
Yes.
What would make you feel the most wonderful and the most fulfilled if they said, "Your volunteer work helped me, made me"? How would you finish that?
Wow. First of all, I think it's an interesting question. Yes, because honestly, I have met the many children. Yes, it may be the poor children, but one of the rules in the volunteers is don't promise anything with them, because if you can do this promise, you don't need to promise anything. So, but if in the future I can meet one of the children, I have to help them. I think that's very interesting, very great, and okay. I think it make me feel more. It make me have more motivate to do the volunteer program for the many people.
What would you? Do you understand my question?
Yeah.
Can you?
Là chị không hiểu hả? Nhìn lại đi.
Có nghĩa là nếu như trường hợp mà chị nhìn vào một cái đứa trẻ mà trong cái tương lai á, thì nếu như nó gặp lại mình á, thì chị muốn thấy làm sao? Chị
Cảm thấy hả? Chị cảm thấy thôi. Có nhớ luôn.
I think we don't really get the question. I mean, I don't get the question either. Like,
You don't get it? Okay, so I'll explain. Okay, so Tom and Sally, you volunteer, you bring them food, you bring them books, you do everything that you discussed.
Yes.
You meet them again in the year 2044. Today is 2024. You meet them 20 years later. "Oh, Mr. David, Mr. Stella, I remember you came to the mountain, you brought us books, you brought us clothes and food. You did all of these things.
yeah.
As a result of your volunteer work, it changed my life. And now," how do you feel? How do you finish the sentence? Do you understand me? For example, I was able to go to college, I graduated from college, or I was warm that winter and I was able to go, I had clothes. Do you understand me? Okay, so how do you guys?
What kind of outcomes that you would expect, right?
Yes, the ideal
Yeah.
that would make you feel most fulfilled. What's the outcome? What would they tell you?
Nếu như mà cái trong cái tương lai đúng không, mà chị nhìn thấy cái người đó mình giúp rồi á, xong cái là mình sẽ mong là cái người đó trong tương lai họ sẽ như thế nào?
Difficult, right?
Yes.
Kiểu mình để sau này họ ra sao?
Okay. So difficult questions.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I think with the children, I can see his or she in the future. I hope he's become a good person and the good person for the communities. And if they have enough the resource, yes, they need to use this for to have the disadvantaged person on. Yes, and besides, I just hope the one thing they feel like happy and feel like the life is have many the value for them.
Ah.
Yes, and they, yes, and I hope the one thing's more, they want to become a good person in the future and go, okay, see the world or make something for the world is so beautiful. Something like
Yes.
that.
Excellent. Okay, David, very good.
Of myself, I would expect them to have the ability to take care of themselves and
Yes.
also to take care of other people.
Yes.
Like, I gotta say that I won't expect them to get rich, get like wealthy. I just need them to like be able to make a living, and like raise the child, and maybe if they have the like the money, like spare money, they can spend those money on like helping other poor people. Like they can share my value. So by doing that, if they help other people, and like other people help the other one. And by doing that, our society could become better, like people helping people. And like in general, the country could get better. Like we could share our values to other country as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, for those of you in the viewing audience, if you are learning from Stella, if you're learning from David, you can always send them. In my country, we have Cash App. You can send money. You can send them money to support their work as appreciation for what you're learning from them. So do you guys have like Cash App or something like that? Like, do you have an account where someone can click the button and they can send you some money?
I do, but
Do you have?
I won't need it.
For
That's okay.
wait, it's okay. So, for example, PayPal. Do you guys know PayPal?
Yeah, I know that.
PayPal. So if you should have a PayPal. If you don't, open a PayPal account, and then I'll put your PayPal in the description area of the video. And those people who like learning from you and they have extra money, they can show you how much they like you. They can send you some money, no matter where they're at in the world, to your PayPal account. Or in the West, we have PayPal, we have something called Cash App, things like that. So you guys should give it to me so I can put it in the description area. And there's someone who likes learning from you, trust me. And if they have extra, they'll send it to you. And you deserve it. You deserve it because you studied, you went to college, you paid for that, right? You did all the hard work. You come here. I didn't pay you to come here, right? So some people will want to show you that they appreciate you out of the kindness out of their heart. So you should get them, and then we'll put them in the description area of the video, okay? And as we continue doing this and more people start watching, people appreciate you, they'll show you, and you deserve it. You really deserve it, okay?
I'm trying to make an account.
So don't forget. Don't forget. Okay, next question. Question number 3. David, do you know any volunteers? Oh, let's make a change. The question is, do you know any volunteers? And then you and Stella have a conversation about the volunteers you know. How about that?
Let's see. Based on what I have done in the past, like there are 2 kinds. First, so there are 2 kinds of doing volunteer work. The first thing is giving away money, like provide the people with the financial condition for them to do whatever they like to have a new house, to improve the condition that they're living in. And the second one will be getting the people what they need, what they actually need. And we often consider the second way is better because we may not know what those people could do with the money. Maybe they could spend those money on gambling or like buying like useless or some things that they don't actually need. And with the second way, we can look at what they're doing, right? What they're doing and what they're living with, and we can see that what they need, and we'll buy those things for them so they won't waste those money. And what about you?
Yes. Okay. Actually, honestly, I know the volunteer, yes, who are actively for the disadvantaged children and the poor in the remote area. Okay, one of my friends volunteers for the local orphanage. Yes, okay, where she spends time for playing with the children and help them with the homework or organizing the mini game for them. Yes, what else? And the another acquaintance volunteers okay, with a non-profit organization okay, that provide the healthcare for the elder in the nursing homes. Yes, and these 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 volunteers is give their time and skill for make something for the communities, and it is motivated me to continuously to contribute for the society. Yes. Yeah, that's
Very
all.
good. Very good. So let's continue. Next question, number 4. How do you define volunteer work?
Well, it must be the motivation.
Yes.
Yeah, so the definition of doing charity is helping people without receiving back.
Mhm.
So it means that it's the difference in the motivation of people who are doing it. Yeah, and if we decide to do charity work,
Mhm.
we better not hope receiving back because
Mhm.
after all, we're helping the poor, so they will have nothing to give back.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we do something, we need to consider the way we do it. In
Mhm.
Vietnam, we have famous sayings that it's not about what you give,
Mhm.
it's about how to give it.
Mhm.
So, to some poor homes, of course, they're human and they have their own some kind of ego or something.
Ego, yes.
Self-esteem or some kind
Yes.
of that, and we give them the money, or
Yes.
we give them the things or the tools to make money.
Mhm.
We need to know how to give them, or if not, they could feel like embarrassed or some kind of lower. We cannot do something like the high classes or giving the poor or giving the lower classes.
Yes.
We need to consider them as the people who are equal. We need to
Yes.
treat people equally.
Mhm.
Yeah. So not only deciding what to give, we need to decide on how to give it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To make people feel that they are treasured, they're helped, not just.
Okay. Okay, excellent answer. Good job. Okay, Stella. How do you define volunteer work?
Okay, in my opinion, I think
Yes.
the volunteer work is the activities
Yeah.
related to the activities to help the people, to help the poor people. You can give the money, the food, or the something, or
Mhm.
it's maybe a love for them, and it's, for example, it's like helping at the local area
Mhm.
or participating conversation projects, or it's just like you support in the educational program for the children.
Mhm.
Yes, and I think the volunteer work is driven by the compassion and commitment to creating a positive change for the society.
Excellent.
And furthermore, I think it allows for the individuals to have more opportunities to contribute for the communities and opportunity for the education and the change for the others in the society.
Okay, excellent. Good job, guys. She's improved so much, right? Congratulations.
Yes,
I
thank you.
mean, the idea of like investing in education is good
Yes.
because it will have a long-term effect on
Yes.
those people.
You know, preparation. Everyone listening, the last 2 classes that we did, Stella didn't have a chance to prepare because it was spontaneous,
Yeah.
right? We invited her at the last minute, but now she's prepared, and wow, what
Her
is
answer is
yes?
even better than mine.
No, your answers were also very good.
Tough.
So I'm
I think it's over. It's over.
oh, that's it. I'm just happy to see such obvious progress, you know, from
Yeah.
not being prepared until now. It's really, really great, so congratulations. But yours, I expect that from you. so, I expect it from you, you know?
What do you expect me to do?
Yeah. But it's good though, right? Because I expect that from you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I expect it from you too, Stella. Because I know, I see what you're capable of. So, we did all the questions, right?
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Do you guys want to say goodbye?
All right, it's the end now, and I would love to say goodbye to you and see you next week.
Oh, by the way, can you give some encouragement to those who they're trying to get to where you guys are? Can you, maybe they're tired, they don't want to study, or can you guys give some encouragement from your own personal experience?
So, from my perspective, if you invest in your knowledge, on your personal knowledge, rather than like the knowledge that you've got will have a long-term effect because those knowledge will stay in your mind and they'll never comes up in the future if you decided to do on a new job or like a new career. You could have those knowledge to help you or to assist you to get into a higher position. Yeah, and if you feel so tired or disencouraged, just believe me, knowledge has its own value. Yeah.
Excellent. As some advice for people who are trying to get to your level of English.
My experience.
Your advice.
My advice. Okay, absolutely. I think okay about my speaking today. I prepare is maybe. Okay, my speaking today is come from my experiences in the volunteer program before. So if you want to speak better, I think you need to think about your experiences, or you can tham khảo. You can read about this topic in the newspaper or in the website. Okay, you need to have the vocabulary first, and after you understand the meaning of the vocabulary, you can use this. You can use this for your speaking. Yes.
Okay, excellent. You know why I said that? Because there's there's a professional man,
Yeah.
and he's heard you guys' lessons, and he said, "Oh, it's too advanced for me." So he doesn't want the lessons because he says it's too advanced.
Too advanced.
But he should have. I think he should have asked, "How do I get to that level?" Do you understand me? So he just gave up. He gave up.
Yeah. I mean, they all have the starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we all start from zero to knowing everything, right? And like during the progress, we obviously have to face so many challenges, and the way we deal with those challenges will define or will decide who we will become.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we want to become a professional one, we need to work hard for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, "Don't worry about your level. I'll help you." But he measured himself according to you guys, and he gave up. He's a professional man.
Yeah. And that's the point.
Yeah.
He has his own career,
Yeah.
and this is. We all know that I'm studying the linguistic, in English,
Mhm.
and it is my responsibility to know English very well,
Mhm.
and that's totally obvious to me. And of course, he's working in another field, and what he needs to know is he needs to be the best or need to be good in that field only.
Mhm.
And the language is only the key to communicate to people. It's not what defines who we are.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Stella?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Practice your English
Yeah.
skills.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye, everyone. This was amazing.